guys, what's up? Welcome back to my jungle. Welcome to the jungle. So for today's video, we have another Budgie video because you guys know we got a new little Budgie friend. And I thought I would go ahead and show you guys how I'm gonna take him out of his cage, like how I take him out of his cage. This is probably something that I searched so much when I first got Iris, and I never found a video that sufficiently told me how to take him out of the cage in an easy way where he's not going to get scared. So with my first bird, I just grabbed him out of the cage, chased him around the cage, and I grabbed him out. And I didn't want to do that with this little Budgie. I wanted to make sure to make it so that he was comfortable, so that he trusted me, and kind of start gaining and maintaining his trust from the very beginning. I didn't want to call this video how to tame your Budgie because I don't think that they're tamed just because you got them out of their cage. I think getting them out of their cage is the first step to taming them, but it isn't, that it's not over. It's not like, oh, they're tamed. No, they're still wild as heck and will still fly away from you. So definitely doesn't mean that they're tamed, but at least you got him out of the cage and you got them to interact with you, which is kind of what you want. So that's what I'm going to be showing you how to do in this video, you guys. Don't forget, I'm not a professional. I am a pet owner just like you, and I'm learning and I'm researching and I'm trying different things just like you. So I'm going to show you what works for me and what gets him out. Now, he's not completely tamed right now. Right today, the moment I'm filming, he's not tamed still. I have just managed to get him out of the cage in a way that I feel like puts me in a good step to taming him and to having his trust. Like, I haven't lost his trust. I haven't freaked him out. I haven't scared him. So when I walk up to the cage, he doesn't get scared. Like, he's not like, oh, that person's coming again. Last time it was a horrible experience. If you want to join this journey, this pet journey with me, with my birds, with my fish, with my dog, with my snakes, then make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified of all of my videos. I upload every single Saturday, and in the future I'll definitely be uploading more, but right now it's every Saturday. Okay, so before you try to actually go and just take them out of the cage, there's a couple of things that you need to do prior to that before you do that. So that's what we're going to do first. First thing you need to do is you need to sit by your cage. When I first brought my Budgie home, I left him in the cage, in a settled cage where I didn't need to change out perches or toys or mess with it. It was like a finished cage ready for him for a week, even 2 weeks. I was planning on working with him after the first week, but I ended up going to the ER and had to get my appendix removed. Unplanned. So I had like an emergency surgery to get my appendix removed. So I ended up leaving him in his cage for 2 weeks without messing with him. The only thing I went in there for is to grab the food and the water. And every time I had to reach my hand in there, I always had some millet in hand so that it seemed like, oh, the millet hand is back. So that he would think, that's the treat hand. That's the hand that has the treat. Even if he doesn't eat millet or anything like that, just having something that in your hand. I'm not going in there and trying to feed him with it, but it's like he relates the hand with the millet, hopefully, okay? So that's the first thing I did, is left him in here for 2 weeks. Now, throughout that 2 weeks, you're still gonna work with him without him knowing it. So in those 2 weeks, every day you're gonna go up to the cage, and the first step is you're gonna sit by the cage. You're gonna sit by the cage every day, multiple times a day, as much as you possibly can. If you're on the phone, go sit by the cage and get on the phone. If you gotta get on the computer, if you're gonna read a book, go sit by the cage and be on the computer and read the book. Like, watch a movie next to the cage. Like, do that kind of stuff next to the cage. Talk normal, talk on the phone, just, you know, that kind of stuff. And I didn't really necessarily like talk to him, like I'd whistle a little bit and kind of a little bit talk, but I just sit by the cage. When I finally would come up to the cage and sit by his cage, and he kind of like would look at me, but then would continue doing whatever he was doing, like I didn't scare him, then I started to put my hand on the cage. So I would start to just put my hand on the cage, and that's it. Just like rest my hand on the cage like this. Multiple times a day, all day long. And I can tell you, even if it doesn't help him, you'll get some strong shoulders, girl. Just kidding, it will help him. So once you've done that for 2 weeks and he doesn't care that you're around, and he doesn't mind that you have your hand on the cage anymore, like he might look at you but he doesn't really care, then you can go ahead and start what I'm gonna start doing and showing you. Okay, after you do that, the third thing is, like I said, every time you go in the cage you have millet in hand. So the next thing that you need to do is have your millet in hand, and I would just open the cage and just stick my hand in there and just hold my hand in there with millet in hand. I'm not trying to feed him, I'm not going towards him, I just have my hand in the cage, where now I'm not outside the cage, I'm now invading his home with a treat. So I'm now in his cage chilling. I will do that multiple times a day, as long as I can hold my hand in there, because I get pretty tired. This is the easiest way to take him out without him actually being on your hand and without getting a negative reaction from him. So what I do is I always have millet in hand. So I have my millet in my hand, but I grab a perch or a dowel perch or like a stick. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to get him to get on it. So I'm going to show you guys right now live, rather than just doing like the clips that kind of like go in, so you can see in action how long it takes me to get him out and all that kind of stuff. So let's do that. Here I have my dowel, and I'm going to open his cage carefully. Hello, hello. And he's kind of just like chilling in there. I'm gonna stick this under, like close to his feet. I'm not going to push. One important thing I want to mention real quick is anytime you're using the stick or he's getting on your hand, you want him to do it, him to make the choice to get onto the dowel or to get onto your hand. You don't want to push this against his belly. Some people like say, yeah, teach him to step up like that. You don't have to do that. You can maybe barely touch him, maybe touch his foot to make his like foot kind of twitch a little bit, but don't force him on there by pushing hard on his belly, getting him off balance, and then he has to get on the dowel. You don't want to do that because you'll lose trust. Come on, baby. Do you want to get on? Come on. Come on, baby. See how he's not scared and he got on by himself? Good boy, Bahama. I'm gonna take him quickly. Oop. Come on. Good boy. Hello, Bahama. Hello. I'm gonna quickly move him away from the cage, because if not, he'll fly back to the cage. Okay guys, so that's basically it. That's how I take my budgie out of the cage onto the perch, guys. And from there, when you have him on your perch, I kind of gave him a little bit of a break. I definitely recommend only doing that every couple of times and then giving him a little break. And then if you want from there to put him on your shoulder, you can definitely do so. So I'll show you kind of what I do. Move the perch towards my shoulder, and I just set it on my shoulder, and he can get up on my shoulder if he so chooses. So we'll wait and see. This is, I definitely recommend anytime that you're like, when your budgie's new, you don't want to scare him, you don't want to do too much. So if you notice if he doesn't want to get on the perch anymore, it means he's tired, means he doesn't want to do that anymore, which is totally fine. You want to get up on my shoulder, baby? And just giving him an option to go on my shoulder. There you go. So I got him on my shoulder without forcing him. He kind of did it himself. And I tried to keep the perch as steady as possible so that he felt confident and didn't feel like I was trying to scare him. And there he goes. Now, just kind of like how I practice getting him on this perch, you're just gonna have to practice having him on your shoulder, because he's not gonna wanna go on your shoulder. He's not gonna wanna go on your hand. Like, you can put your hand in front of him and he's not gonna wanna necessarily go on there. Thank you, baby. Hello. That was the first time. Was it the first time, or did he do it yesterday? The first time he willingly got on my shoulder. And look how he's like fluffing his feathers. He's trying to get comfortable. Hello. Oh, there he goes. Oh, my sweet baby. Oh, you guys. See? You guys can do this. Once you take him out of the cage, there are so many possibilities to getting him tamed, and it goes a lot quicker when he wants to come out, because he's like, he's trusting in you. So, okay, so I'm gonna put him back on the little swing. There you go. Good job, Bahama. Wow, I love it. Good job. That's it, you guys. That's how I get my little new baby Budgie out of the cage. He's not completely tamed, but he's out of the cage. So now we can start taming him and start bonding with him and getting a relationship with him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because I like doing like vlogs with my animals and like showing you guys how it is to have these animals in real life and create a bond with them. And so if you like that, you're gonna like my channel. So make sure you're subscribed, and comment below and tell me if you have a Budgie, what's your Budgie's name? Comment below, and what color is your Budgie? Like, what kind of Budgie do you have? I'm curious to see. Or if you just have a parrot, let me know down below in the comment section. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.